The draft is finished, and although we all talk about the top 10, the top 5, the top 20, what about the unsung heroes? What about the draft steals? Today I'm going to discuss with you all of the most iconic AFL draft steals. Who is a late pick towards the hundreds, who's turned out to be an iconic legend of an AFL club and of the AFL scene. One of the most versatile and greatest players of recent history, Adam Goodes got drafted in 1997 to the Swans, as you all know, but you know, did he go top 10, top 20? He was pick 43. Goodes played 372 games where that spanned over the ruck, the midfield, the wing, forward, back, fucking coach for all we know. That's how versatile this man is. He won 2 Brownlow medals at pick 43, which isn't super low down the draft, but still an absolute steal. Obviously, he won the 2 flags for Sydney in 05 and 2012, 4-time All-Australian, and he won the Rising Star in 99. He is beginning our draft steals. At pick 58 went a man with tattoos and who was iconic for their club and would really turn up on the biggest stage in the biggest moments. I'm talking about the 2001 draftee Dane Swan, pick 58. Do you understand how good this man was? I mean, if injuries didn't curtail his career towards the end, he would have been an even bigger legend. I know he had that foot problem and everything, but Swan won the flag in 2010. He was a Brownlow medalist in 09 and nearly in 2010 as well. He won AFL-CIO Player of the Year in 2010, which is the year I mentioned that he probably should have won the Brownlow medal. 5-time All-Australian, Anzac Day medalist in 13, in 12 and 14. He was just so iconic, and to go that low in the draft, I don't know why no one picked up on him. 2001 produced quite a lot of draft steals, including pick 71 Brian Lake, who went to the Dogs, but made a name, well not a name himself, but became an absolute bona fide star at Hawthorn. What's it with 2001, this super draft, not only having amazing early picks, but later picks as well. Now, Brian Lake winning the Norm Smith is his best accolade, alongside the 3 premierships for Hawthorn, 2-time All-Australian. To go that low, pick 71, begs the question, what the fuck were pick 70 and below doing? Dean Cox is arguably the greatest ruck of all time. He is up there with some of the greats in that ruck position. He won the flags with, well, maybe just the flag in 2006 with West Coast, 6-time All-Australian, but it was picked to pick 28, which you might be thinking, that's pretty, that's pretty high in the draft. Rookie pick 28 in 1999. That is insane. That puts him lower than anyone I've talked about so far, to be in the rookie draft and to play that 290 games where he was the dominant ruck for pretty much all of them. That's how good he is. And to go that low in the draft, sometimes I just don't even know what the draft is. Let's go back to 2001 now, where the super draft picked up a rookie pick number 23, Matthew Boyd, to the Western Bulldogs. Now, Matthew Boyd, he didn't exactly reach an insane peak or prime or anything, but he did play an outstanding 15 seasons for the Dogs. He did win the flag in 2016, 3-time All-Australian, and 292 games, which currently is the record for the most games played by an AFL player who was recruited and picked up from the rookie draft. So he's overtaken Cox. That's how good this guy is. Longevity, and to go at pick 23 in that rookie draft, it's insanity. Pick 44 is pretty high up in the draft. What have I told you? Jeremy McGovern in 2010 went to West Coast Eagles as a rookie pick 44. Another rookie draft pick, and arguably is one of the great defenders in the last 10 years. He just keeps getting better. I mean, 2024, he was insanely impressive. All Australians galore. That famous move in the 2018 flag, which he obviously won, where he took that specky in the dying moments on, I believe it was De Goey, and started that transition to one of the most famous goals ever witnessed. And how he was picked up this low, being 4-time All-Australian and just so insanely good, I just don't know. When you think of pick 58, you don't think of dual Brownlow medalist, you don't think of someone who has become a premiership captain winner, who is just one of the great players of our generation. Lachie Neale. In 2011 went to Fremantle. Fremantle would be absolutely fucking killing themselves the fact they let this man go. Yes, they got some picks in for him, but at Freo, he was starting to look good, and then he goes to the Lions where he wins 2 fucking Brownlows. He wins a flag as a captain and probably was up there top 3 in the Norm Smith. He's become a big game player, and he is one of the all-time greats. His accolades, I mean, like I've already mentioned, Brownlow medals, 2 of them, Lee Matthews trophies, multiple of them. AFL Player of the Year in 2020, like 5 times All-Australian. He is just, what more do you want me to say about this man? He is one of the most impressive players I've ever seen. But does he compare to Tom Stewart, who for Geelong was drafted at pick 40 in the 2016 draft? But the peculiar story about this was he was drafted at 25 years of age. So that makes him pretty damn old these days. But to be picked up that late on in life is one of the more impressive stories. Geelong have so many of these storylines. Tim Kelly, Tom Stewart, they are the kings of picking up these mature age players who just turn into some of the best in their positions in the competition. And that is a draft steal for more reasons than one. We got another Norm Smith medalist who was a draft steal, Andrew Emberley for West Coast, pick 57 in 1998, won the flag and the Norm Smith in 2006, played 250 games. He is an insane draft steal. Corey Enright, pick 47 in 1999, 3 times flag winner. He's won so many awards, 6 All-Australians, 332 games. How is he going this slow? Once again, Geelong and West Coast, based off these lists, are the kings of the draft steals. I don't know what it is about those clubs and their recruiting team, but you got to learn a thing or two about those clubs if you want to be any good. Port Adelaide picked up Robbie Gray at pick 55 in 2006. He was 4 times All-Australian. He is a clutch player, multiple goals, well, maybe not multiple, but goals after the siren. He's showdown medalist galore, big game player. And to play 271 games, at least for Port Adelaide, it's a pretty insane draft steal. And some players that are still playing to continue on as for McGovern, but Sicily for Hawthorn was pick 56 in 2013. He's the captain and he looks likely to lead his team to some success in the future years. Very strong player. Luke Ryan for Fremantle was pick 66 in 2016. He's become All-Australian galore, consistent, one of the best defenders of his size in the game currently. Nick Larkey picks 73 in 2016. I mean, he's definitely going to win a few Colemans in his time. Still young, but still so impressive. James Hird, there's so many names here. James Hird at pick 79. What? Pick 79, I mean, you think about pick 79, you're thinking James Hird, one of Essendon's greatest players, one of the most iconic names in AFL history, let alone recently. But that's a pretty fucking good pick. Somebody won Brownlow, a Norm, the flag, and we exclude his coaching career, but as a player, creme de la creme, upper echelon he is. Eddie Betts is another player who is a draft steal. He was picked up in the preseason draft, which is pretty insane considering he played 350 odd games, multiple Australians. Unfortunately, he never won the flag, which, you know, I guess that's sort of circumstantial to where you're playing, but for Carlton, and then he went to Adelaide where he became the bona fide best small forward in the game, and he goes back to Carlton where didn't go to plan entirely, but what a career he had, and to be picked up in the preseason draft in whatever year it was, 2004, is insane. There's so many more draft steals I can go into, like there's names like Chris Grant, who was pick 105 or something like that. Rory Sloane at pick 44 was another draft steal. Dane Zorko was in the rookie selection as a draft steal. The list goes on. But what is your club's best draft steal? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another one.